A president under fire. Flanked by his vice president and secretaries of state and defense, he said they were considering every means to get Americans and allies through Taliban checkpoints to the Kabul airport, where the US military is in control.
We're going to do everything that we can to provide safe evacuation for our Afghan allies, partners, and Afghans who might be targeted because of their association with the United States. But let me be clear. Any American who wants to come home, we will get you home. But make no mistake, this evacuation mission is dangerous. It involves risks to our armed forces, and it's being conducted under difficult circumstances. I cannot promise what the final outcome will be, or what it will be, that it will be without risk of loss. But as Commander-in-Chief, I can assure you that I will mobilize every resource necessary.
Reports from the region suggest that some people trying to access the airport had been held back by the Taliban, but specific details are difficult to verify. Biden also confirmed that outbound flights had resumed after an hours-long pause to ensure capacity to process evacuees at transit points outside of Afghanistan.
As we continue to work the logistics of evacuation, we're in constant contact with the Taliban, working to ensure civilians have safe passage to the airport. We are particularly focused on our engagements on making sure every American who wants to leave can get to the airport. Where we have been seeing challenges with Americans, for Americans, we have thus far been able to resolve them. We've made clear to the Taliban that any attack on our forces or disruption of our operations at the airport will be met with swift and forceful response.
As the president now seeks to rally allies in a unified position to maintain pressure on the Taliban, including through a G7 meeting next week.
Secretary Blinken and I am going to be working with our allies to see to it that we can bring international pressure on the Taliban they're looking to gain some legitimacy. They're going to have to figure out how they're going to maintain that country. And there's going to be harsh conditions, strong conditions we're going to apply, and it will depend on whether they get help based on whether or not how and well they treat women and girls, how they treat their citizens.
Acknowledging the anguish and distress the events of the last week have brought to bear on tens of thousands of Afghans and others seeking to exit the country.
The past week has been heartbreaking. We've seen gut-wrenching images of panicked people acting out of sheer desperation. You know, it's completely understandable. They're frightened, they're sad, uncertain what happens next. I don't think any one of us can see these pictures and not feel that pain on a human level. Now we have a mission to complete in Afghanistan. It's an incredibly difficult and dangerous operation for our military. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
As Biden continues to defend his decision to withdraw, the political blowback yet to reach its peak in Washington, with congressional hearings expected next week. Sherwin Bryceby's SABC News, New York.